Hello, everyone. So one day I was working in the pharmacy, and my colleague, who is a pharmacist in Montreal, in Quebec, he narrated me a very interesting story about one of his experiences when he was working in a community pharmacy, which has a lot of clientele who are either refugees or asylum seeker in that area. So it just happened that a woman showed up in the pharmacy. She took her medications, and at the bill counter, when the cashier was checking her out, um, the cashier told her that you owe pharmacy, I don't know, around $35 for all the medications that we prepared for you. And the woman was shocked. She was like, "What? $35? Why would I pay you $35? I never paid anything." And the cashier was kind of surprised, because usually patients know what they pay, right? Because they are on some chronic medications, and every month they take their medication. So they know pretty much how much they pay. And if they don't pay, obviously they know it very well. So the cashier said, "Okay, I don't know. Let me just check your file." And he brought it to the pharmacist, my colleague, and he explained the situation that the woman is saying that she never paid for her prescriptions and why she's paying $30 today. And this pharmacist was also surprised. Said, "Okay, sure, let me check." And he went into the file and he checked it, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got it." So the pharmacist came to the woman himself, and he explained to the woman that previously you were a refugee, right? She said, "Yeah." And he said, "So now have your status changed recently?" She said, "Yeah, yeah. Now I'm a permanent resident of Canada. So I'm a PR now." And he said, "Yeah. So that's the very reason that you are paying $35 on your prescriptions now, whereas before you were refugees, and the government was paying for you, and you were paying nothing, right? And now, because you are a permanent resident, your status changed, so the government is not paying for your medications, so you have to pay a part of your medications yourself." And the next sentence that she said was really not only interesting, but it leaves a lot of questions on healthcare policy and how we handle these kind of things. So she asked the pharmacist, like, "Can I go back to my previous status?" Which means that she wants to go back from a permanent resident to a refugee status. And the reason is simple, because she was getting a lot of benefits, financial benefits, being a refugee, being an asylum seeker, as compared to a permanent resident. And that's not a standalone story. This is a story which is entrenched in the Canadian society right now. And I've been working in the pharmacy for last 2 years, and I have realized how much the government is putting money in terms of um, coverage. So, there are patients who literally are on chronic medications, and the price of the medications are worth thousands of dollars every month, and they are paying nothing on that. Having said that, the same patients, same medications, if you are a permanent resident or if you are a citizen for that sake, and even if you have a private insurance that you get from your work and you pay a lot of money on that, you're paying a lot of money on in terms of co-insurance or deductibles or whatever. So the question arises that why the permanent residents and citizens, they pay more taxes and they get less benefits. I understand that's on compassionate grounds, humanitarian grounds, but there is an abuse of the system happening under the very nose of the government. And if I know that, I think the government knows that as well. Anyways, good news now is that yesterday I was in the pharmacy, and I was preparing a medication for some patient, and they have like 5 or 6 medications, and every medication the deductible was $4, which was unusual for me. Usually, when you have to pay deductible, it depends on the price of the medication. It's very complicated, the insurance system, but the bottom line is that it's not the same price for every prescription. But for this patient, every prescription has a $4 in front of that. And I was like, wow, that is very, what kind of insurance is that? So I was intrigued. I checked my colleague. I said, like, why this patient is paying only $4 on every prescription, and it's the totaling amount is like $20 or $25, $20 or $24. So my colleague explained me that there is a new rule in Quebec now, well, in Canada, that the refugees have to pay a small amount on every prescription, which is $4. So this is kind of a deductible or co-insurance. I don't know what technical term that they're using, but that's the amount that they will have to pay. Now, as a professional working in the pharmacy, now I'm seeing that there will be a lot of fighting would be happening with the patients right now, because every patient who would come to the pharmacy who is used to not pay nothing on her prescriptions or his prescriptions now would be paying $4 on every prescription. I imagine you are taking like 6 or 7 medications every month. You will be paying sum of $20, $30 out of your pocket, which I don't know if they would like it or not, but they'll have to. So this is, I checked about that, and it is the interim federal health program, IFHP, which are usually, before they were covering 100% of their pharmacy expenses, and now they are saying that the patient has to bear $4 per prescription, and the rest will be charged to the IFHP. So there is something happening. I think the government is taking some steps to mitigate, or at least to address the issue where I think they have the biggest financial deficit in terms of social services. So now they are cutting back on that, I guess. So just let me know, what are your thoughts on that? And I'll come back with another story, very exciting and related to our everyday life in Canada and how the things are changing here, especially in the healthcare field. Until then, have a good time. And if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Like it, share with your friends, and spread the awareness in terms of healthcare in Canada. Have a good one.